I want to come on here very briefly, and I'll just, be here for like 1 second. And I'll be done, right? So I just want to talk about the importance of Chiron in our relationships and how you can use it to read your own chart. And of course, any chart could be a chart of somebody who's important to you. But because I care about your relationship and I would like you to, heal your relationship or know how to, by identifying, of course, this part of Chiron, which is very important. And I do know that my Easterners, my Vedic love lovers, don't follow the belief of using Chiron in Synastry or in astrology altogether, but it is very important, and let me show you how very quickly. Right. But before I do, let's do something fun. Something very, very fun together. Okay, you guys, you will do it, and me, I'll watch you guys. So I would like you guys to just, take your phone, send a message to your significant other, to your person, send a message to your lover, to your heart, to your babe, and just you could just say something as simple as thank you for being part of my life. You can say thank you for listening to me when I need somebody to listen to me. You can say something as simple like thank you for taking out the trash today. Thank you for n'importe quoi, right? Or if it's not a matter of a thank you, then you can just tell them I appreciate you, I appreciate this relationship, I appreciate our love, and I am happy that I got to know you in this lifetime. I am happy that I get to share this part of my life with you, and I'm grateful for your love or your presence in my life. Because if you're single, then you can send this message to yourself. This is a message that you would send to somebody who would make your life happy, who would be making you feel good and feel appreciated and feel seen. So just think about the message that you would send to that person and send it to yourself, because when you are single, it is actually the time of self-love. It is the time of preparation for loving somebody else. But because we are in a stage of preparation, this is how I see it. When you are single, you are in a stage of preparation. And preparation is all about loving yourself, teaching yourself what you appreciate about yourself, teaching yourself what you love about yourself. Because now what's going to happen is that when that person comes into your life, finally, then you would have learned about you, about how you want to be loved, about what makes you happy, about what makes you feel seen, because you have taught yourself by showing yourself all of those things. All right, so send yourself that message, thank yourself, just love on yourself. Right, so I'm going to give all of you a moment. So now that we've spread the love, now that we've sent out the messages and hopefully received a smile back, or a text back, or an emoji, or if we send it to ourselves, we felt good about it, right? Chiron is a comet, right? So basically, a whole lot of people don't recognize comets, asteroids, or any other bodies that are up in the sky. They only recognize the main planets that we are all from school. And because of these things, like of just acknowledging only these planets and not any other thing that's up in the sky, we then get to miss the fact that we are influenced by everything that's up there. We are influenced by the main planets that we know about. We are influenced by the asteroids. We are influenced by the comets. We are even influenced by the antennas that are human-made and are left up there in space, because this is how we connect on Earth, right? Wi-Fi, all of those things, because of what's been placed up there. So everything that is above us, it is affecting us, and it is really affecting us, whether we like it or not. So some astrologers, they do say planets such as Neptune, Uranus, we cannot Pluto, we cannot accept them because they're too far away from us. But we must remember, nothing is too far. Nothing is really, really too far. Like, if we really think about it, nothing is really, really too far, because a simple drop of a meteorite, could destroy the whole Earth. So nothing is too far. It is just, because we are like ants. So we think, other things are really too far or too big or, to affect us. But in fact, they do affect us, right? But I say all that to say that Chiron, when you're using your telescope, well, yes, you do have to zoom in and zoom in and zoom in and zoom in. Finally, you see it, but you do see it. You do see it with our telescope, right? And because you do see it, it's not like a mathematical point, which some of the things that we use in Synastry are just calculated points, right? For this one, you see it. And yeah, so what it basically in astrology, Synastry, right, we have these planets that are defining parts of our lives, different parts of our lives, right? You have Mars that is showing the physical wounding, whereas now Chiron talks about the internal wounding, right? This is like your trauma. This is like your it's like your vulnerability point. This is like what's eating you inside, right? And Mars, when Mars hits you, we can see a scratch on your face or a scratch on the leg. Then we're gonna say, there was a Mars effect, because remember, Mars is a physical energy. But when you talk about Chiron, you could be smiling with us, laughing with us, and we don't see your internal wounding, because it is inside. And then when you go home, and then you sob, you feel hurt and all of that, right? That's what Chiron's about. So now when it comes to synastry, and you match, of course, your charts, you will see where the internal wounding will come from, or the vulnerability or a traumatic event that will come from within your relationship, right? So this is how you use it. And for an example, if it's happening in the second house, then in the second house, it's about family, it's about money, it's about values or food, so that trauma could be coming from any of these topics within your relationship. And most of the time with Chiron, because Chiron is like a two-sided figure, right? It's wounding, but at the same time it heals. But the healing part could not be seen. It's possible that some people don't see it until the relationship ends. Why? It's because when it attaches itself to certain planets, such as Uranus, such as Neptune, then the healing part, it's possible that somebody never sees it because it takes a long time to arrive due to the slow movement of these planets. And remember, Saturn does not like change. Saturn resists change. So when Saturn is attached, is conjunct, or is aspected by Chiron in your synastry, that aspect of your relationship could be resisted by Saturn, from healing. So the other partner, the Chiron partner, could be pushing for healing, doing everything, and then the certain partner rejects, criticizes, criticizes all the efforts of the Chiron partner. And because of this, it could take a whole lot of years for the healing to finally be experienced in this relationship. And unfortunately, because we're human, we get tired, we get impatient, we lose hope so quickly. We are so fiable. We are not strong as humans. We lose our strength so quickly. We just want to quit. And because of that, many of us could quit the relationship whilst it's still in the wounding stage, preparing for the healing point. And because of all of that impatience, and of course other aspects in our relationships, in our synastry, then we never get to experience the final boom of the healing part from the Chiron. Why is this? Now let's talk about it from the astronomical point of view, right? Because Chiron is a comet, right? So it means that it's like icy, right? So it's because it's situated, I think, between Uranus and Saturn, right? I think this is where it's located normally. And because it is now within an icy environment, like it's icy, it's cold, it's freezing. Ooh, I'm feeling cold just describing it, just from describing it, right? And because it's all like this, remember the wounding part, the vulnerable part, the traumatic part, right? I mean, when you're in a freezing place, your mind does not think properly. You're just imagining yourself, in your house, warm, comfortable, and you don't want to move, you don't want to do anything because you're just feeling cold. So it could be traumatic for a lot of people. And we do know that a lot of people have lost limbs, have lost body parts because of what? Because of being frozen, right? Now, as it moves closer to the sun, because everything is revolving around the sun up there, right? Sun is king. Right, the king of the jungle? No, it's the king of the universe. So as it moves closer to the sun, then it starts to warm up. It starts to change. Now it reveals another side of itself, this Chiron. What? So it is a double sided thing, right? This is now the healing, because remember all the time, sun is life, sun is the vibrancy, sun is the soul, the life, the real life, right? So of course, when you come closer to the light, you see brighter, you feel good, you feel better. This is what's happening also by this transformation of Chiron. Is showing you that as you go through all of that journey of being frozen and you start transforming, you start shedding all of that ice, warming up, healing yourself, healing you and your partner, healing the areas that are affected by Chiron in your synastry. Then you get to see the power of Chiron in a relationship, the healing that it really brings. I'll chat to you soon. I'm being through. Ciao, ciao.